Hi guys, my name is Mr. Klipus. I'm going to be your instructor for DC Electronics this semester. It's EEC 1303, okay? My name is Mr. Klipus. Email jeklipus@tstc.edu. Office number is 254-867-3169, okay? This is the best way to get a hold of me is email, okay? Not in my office a lot, but I do have my phone forwarded. So if you guys need to get a hold of me by phone and that's your only way, then do that. At least it's something. Now, it's best to go through the email system because that way everything is time and date stamped, and then it tells exactly when the communications were happening. Plus, there's a record of all communications there, so it helps out a lot if you want to go ahead and do it that way. Now, as far as this first week here, there's a couple of things. I sent out some communications through Moodle. Make sure that you guys are looking at your Moodle account and make sure that your email that is associated with your Moodle account is something that you check on a pretty constant basis to make sure that you can stay informed of what's going on. Everything that I post as far as communications on Moodle will go to whatever email address you have associated with your Moodle account. So make sure that's associated correctly to the correct email. All right. Make sure that you're looking at your Moodle all the time, not all the time necessarily, but several times probably throughout the day. Make sure that there's no communications that you haven't missed or any assignments that might have popped up on there. That's the way I'm going to be using to communicate with you guys. Let's say if class is going to run late or if I'm going to be out one day, something like that, okay? Now, I will be posting some lectures online. There's also on the Moodle site, I sent out an email earlier associated with this, but on the Moodle website, there's a tab called Lecture and Lab Materials. If you go in there, there are some different folders that you can open up and look at lectures and labs that we're going to be having this semester. I will be posting quizzes in the future probably in that area, but you'll be able to look at those and I'll try to let you know ahead of time as far as that goes. For this first week, as far as lab is concerned, mainly just have a calculator, okay, some type of scientific calculator, TI 36X plus or something like that is a good calculator. Okay, that's what I know how to teach from. I'm not saying that I can't help you with another calculator. I can, but that's going to be the easiest one for this class. If you already have a graphing calculator or some other type of scientific calculator, that's fine. Okay, we'll work through it. On the Moodle website, right below the main header, okay, there are some tabs, the news forum tab, and a couple of other tabs. One of those is the classroom policies. Okay, I want you to download that. You don't have to necessarily load the whole thing, but read all through that classroom policy handout, and then on that very last page, sign it, date it, and then also print your name out so I know exactly who that is. Okay, that's going to be your first quiz grade. Now, make sure you read that closely and understand what that is saying, because those are going to be the guidelines as far as behavior, absences, makeup work, grades, those kind of things. That's going to be the guideline that we're going to use going through this class this semester. So make sure you understand that. If you have questions about that, don't hesitate to email, okay? Any kind of questions you have, don't hesitate to email. Now, one of the other things on that main Moodle page is going to be a Q&A forum tab, okay? I want to reserve that pretty strictly for people with questions about lecture or lab materials, okay? Not really anything else. If you need to ask me about being absent one day or something like that, or if you're letting me know ahead of time that you're going to be out, or if you missed something, you can ask it in that in the general forums. Okay, and in the Q&A forums, let's keep that solely for materials associated with lecture and lab. All right. Make sure that you have something to write with. Probably a spiral notebook for this class would be good. You can make notes and that kind of thing. Just the cheap ones from Walmart, the 70-page spiral notebooks. I find that that helps students out quite a bit in lab if they have something where they can make notes. I'll be providing the labs themselves, okay, as far as the worksheets for the labs and lecture material. So as far as that goes, you shouldn't really have to buy much. There are, I say labs, for some of you, make sure you look at your syllabus to see, but for some of you there will be, and make sure you talk to your department chair of your enrolled department. There's some of you will be required to have the lab books, and it's just a paper bound spiral book that you get from the bookstore, and they're fairly expensive, less than $20 a piece. So it's really not a big deal. It doesn't hurt for you to have those either. So even if we're not using it for one particular lab or another. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know, and I will get back with you as soon as I possibly can. All right. Hope you guys are doing well this week, and we'll see you next week for sure. Okay, Monday is a holiday, so we won't have lab on Monday, but starting Tuesday and going forward, we will have labs. Okay, unless something comes out otherwise. All right. Thank you guys. Bye.